That's right. It's time. It's time. Oh, and by the way, man, they had a new update in Space Marine 2. They added a new level. So that's like 2 new levels since I've basically stopped playing the game. And they added Prestige. So we're probably going to get into that after we do this. Most likely, I think. Yeah, Flaming Kingdom. I mean, Rosie's not wrong. If you play what you want to play, right? Like, haven't you seen some of the memes coming out of Oblivion of the fucked up faces that people are making? Sometimes people like to make meme faces. Sometimes people like to make characters that look like they're idealists. I usually like to make characters that look like random shit because I like all kinds of different stuff. Like my first character in Dungeons and Dragons, or excuse me, in Baldur's Gate 3 was literally a fucking dark elf. My second character was literally a fucking dark elf. My main character that I played through the main game with was literally a fucking dark elf, right? With different features, and he had like dragon scales on the side of his face. I love beautiful races like dark elves. They are absolutely gorgeous to me. I don't know why. I'm not a big fan of elves because they look literally just like humans with knife ears. But dark elves do not look like humans, right? Their skin is a completely different color than most other human shades. Even the darkest of dark people that are human don't look like dark elves. Like they're fucking like violent dark. That's like, and maliciously evil and all kinds of other things. Or just, all kinds of crazy races. If I don't have the option to do that, then I'll usually make it look like an idealized person an idealized like myself. But, I like making like cool shit. I like things that are cool. So I usually go that route. But I certainly don't mind being able to play like a woman, like in this where the main character is the female commander, and the secondary protagonist is like a male serviceman. Good shit. But it's basically, this is why character creators exist, because even though the vast majority of people just do basic character stuff or whatnot, there are people who like to roleplay all kinds of shit, and that gives them the option to do it. And the thing about it is that even if you never really use the character creator, you'd be surprised how many people like the fact that it's there just in case they ever want to do it. Because they like fucking around with it on occasion, right? If they're making a character, they'll play around with it. But usually they'll settle on something that looks more like them or something that looks normal. And then you have the motherfuckers who play video games for a living and they make meme faces. So you got a full gamut. Full gamut. Are you ready for this? This is going to be so good, dude. Oh, I can feel the Star Trek entering my veins, man. I'm ready for it. Give it to me, baby. Come on. Sexy. So it is a different ship. Interesting. Hang on. So the ship that attacked us, this is not the same ship. But why the fuck are we headed to the edge of the galaxy? We still don't know why. We burned her eyes. Everybody's still the same though, right? Yep. Thankful for Carter's gift and grit and determination. Shared her guilt over fellow soldiers that couldn't be saved aboard the Zeldy. Hell yeah, baby. Skilled use. It was left a distinct impression. Oh, that's Carter. Never mind. Major was grateful for Carter's confidence and optimism when he expressed concern about his lieutenant friend. Excellent. This choked me up right here. It really did. Not just thinking about it chokes me up. It's when you realize that you're trapped aboard the alien ship and you're like, sorry, sir, duty calls. And it gives him the live long and prosper. It's good shit. Really good shit. All right, let's go.
You're worth keeping alive for a little while longer.
I cannot stop this ship any more than you could stop the tides.
Not good enough.
But we have weather-altering machines that literally alter the tides. And we can... And they have the technology to move planetoids, like the moon. What the fuck is he talking about? This is why you don't have Bill O'Reilly write your script, boys.
Threats of a lower life form do not sway me. I will not bend to you. I was born 600,000 2,000 years ago. But a new age dawns today.
Are you the scion of the flame?
My name is Zan Utlosa. I was born in the final days of the Age of Makto. We are all scions of the flame. Every one of us who have traveled across the bridge of time to be here for the Great Awakening. We have all sworn ourselves to the cause.
Eventually, one of you will break.
You don't understand how overmatched you truly are. This craft was nothing before we imbued it with the speed required by our mission. And the Cartabula produces enough energy to drive an entire fleet of ships like this one.
He has this, like, idea that somehow I give a fuck what he thinks about us being lower life forms, or, like, none of that shit matters. Whether you're right about it or not, it's irrelevant. Absolutely irrelevant. We have a gun to your face. And that's why it's irrelevant.
But when we wake the Aphelion, we won't need a fleet.
Oh, what?
The Aphelion.
What is that?
Only then will you understand the might of the Takan Empire. Reborn in this time. This is just a
I didn't expect it to be
drop
so
in an
direct, so
ocean
let's see if
of
we can get it
power
out.
you cannot even imagine.
And when you wake the Aphelion,
Yeah.
what are you going to do with it?
Anything we want.
Yeah, he's possessed.
Come on! This goes from bad to worse unless you do what they say.
It's coming alive.
You can't stop the ship.
Then he will. Or we cut off his hands and use them ourselves.
I like this guy.
Once I reduce speed or change our heading, the others will know. First, they'll just resume course from elsewhere. Trivial matter. And then...
Sorry. I realize it. Here we go.
they will come here. For you, this is a dead end.
Yeah, we need a new plan.
I don't know if he's telling the truth, but I don't like it.
Because the thing about it is he's not wrong. If they're all connected via the Cartabula, they can obviously track one another. That would obviously be something that you would program into something so powerful, and it would be logical to assume that would be the case. It might not be true, but it probably is.
We need a new plan.
He's just trying to talk his way out of trouble. Why would you tell us all this?
Because it doesn't matter.
I tell you, because I value my own life. When my fellow Scions come, and they will come, I expect you'll all act like the savages you are, and a battle will ensue.
The savages we are. I'm sorry. Who murdered like 100 plus Athalians or whatever the fuck they're called? The blue guys? Who did that? Oh, that's right. That was you. Yeah, that was you and your boys. And are literally possessing people and changing them on a genetic level to become who you used to be. You are killing them. What the fuck are you talking about?
We've all died once. I don't intend to do so again. I won't touch those controls. If you want to get us killed, you do it yourselves.
I guess we're going to cut off his hand.
You fear death. There's a way to stop this ship for good, and he knows how. He just needs more pressure.
What kind of pressure?
Oh, shut up.
We hurt him, he'll talk. Trust me.
That's against Starfleet protocol.
It is.
You're not on a Starfleet ship.
True.
Your protocol does not apply. We take the action that will lead to our victory. Don't assume your moral code takes precedence above all others.
I want to break his arm. I want to break his arm. I can't do it.
I'm not gonna torture them. Not like this. But there's gotta be something we can work with here.
I want to break his arm. I want to break it so fucking bad. We could threaten to kill everybody.
This area here?
Power generation. The warp cores.
It's deserted.
We could just blow up the ship. We could just blow up the ship. That solves everything. That threatens them with death in a moral way. Because we have no other option, so we might as well just blow up the ship. That stops the ship, which is our mission, is to stop the ship and from getting them to do whatever the fuck they want us to do. That's our mission, is to stop the fucking ship, to stop them. Right? Blow up the ship. Go to the engine room, take your phaser, set it on overload, put it on the warp core, and I would say run, but yeah, that'd be about it. My immoral merit. Yeah, I agree, but the problem is that my character, I'm playing the character as if I would make these moral decisions, but I'm also playing them as if I'm in Starfleet, right? So I'm putting myself in their position, doing the things that I morally find correct with the situations going on. That's basically how I've been playing it. And so in his situation, that's why I kept saying I want to break his arm. I want to break his arm because I want to break his fucking arm. What I really want to do is not break his arm. What I really want to do is take my phaser and set it on heavy stun and just keep stunning them over and over again. Because that way they don't actually get hurt. It requires like dozens upon dozens of them to actually cause serious damage that can't be fixed. But it would qualify as torture. But you're talking like low level. It's like hitting them with a pillow filled with a phone book. Whack! Yeah. So there we go. But I also agree with you, which is why when the moment came for me to slay, I blew them the fuck up. Because the thing that really bothers me about a lot of Star Trek is just how... It's not a lot of Star Trek. It's just some. And some of them do a really good job. DS9, a lot of the books, even TNG has its moments. Voyager is the one that really is preachy about this. But when push comes to shove and it's time for violence, don't shy away from the violence. Sometimes violence is the only answer. And when those times arrive, when it is the only answer, you must know how to be the most violent, horrific individual you could possibly be. Because if you do that, and if your enemy knows that, then they will not push you to become that.
Going this fast, it would be too dangerous to force a warp collapse by cracking one of the propulsion coils. That could rupture the hull, end up damaging the Cartabula in the process.
And that risks tearing a hole in space.
We could go back to shooting the
can't have
crystals
that.
again.
What's this?
This display shows the location of the Tacon on the ship. This is where the infiltrators are, the central artery of ship systems. Sensors, propulsion, weapons. Doesn't seem to be working here.
This is weird.
One of the things I will say about what you're talking about is Starfleet is not mostly science and civilian based. That's not what it is. Starfleet, as an organization, is a military organization with a military command structure. It is a little bit more lax than most modern day militaries, but I think it's relaxed in, for the most part, a good way, because it takes the human component of the individual and the diversity of the crews that we have into accommodation, right? Because you have various aliens all throughout your crew, right? And so it's not that they're science-based and or civilians. It's that because of the way it was written to show like the best parts of being human, a lot of it is the characters shunning violence almost to the point of losing, but finally when they have to use violence, they come up with some clever way to do it without getting a lot of people killed, right? And that's fine. But the problem is you never show the other side of that, where it is the good, correct, moral decision to do the violence, and then the violence ends up going badly, and you end up fucking killing a lot of people because they were resisting. If a bunch of people on a starship are resisting arrest, and you're having a fucking space fight, and you can't disable them, and you blow them up, tough fucking noogies, right? So yeah, that's kind of what I was getting at with that. Does Section 31 belong in Starfleet? Section 31 is an independent organization. No. It is essentially the Tal Shiar, or the secret police of the Federation, that exist outside the bounds of regulation and law. Reportable to almost no one, other than themselves. But as far as like the other thing, that's the reason they appear so weak and they put so much stuff on science. Like Picard continuously says that Starfleet is not a military organization. He is either delusional or he is lying. And in my opinion, he's lying. And the reason he's lying is because he's trying to do what Trump does and meme shit into existence. I really feel Picard does not want Starfleet to be a military-style organization, but unfortunately, the reality of the universe requires it to be. And I think if he's got this like thing where it's like a mantra, if he keeps fucking saying it, maybe one day it'll be true. And I fully feel him on that, like 100%, bro, 100%. But he knows, and you know he knows because he's still alive. How many times has he had to kill somebody? How many times has he had to fucking like avoid getting stabbed or stab another motherfucker? Like at least 3 or 4 in the show, right? And several of them were fucking Klingons, by the way. You know what I'm saying? So it's like they're completely, utterly styled. Starfleet is completely, utterly styled on the United States Navy. It has all the same ranks, including lieutenant. If it were styled on Britain, it would be lieutenant, but they use lieutenant. They use the same exact ranks, you know, ensign, lieutenant, junior grade, then full lieutenant, then it's lieutenant commander, captain, admiral. Then it's actually rear admiral, and then rear admiral upper half. I think they do the same thing. Actually, the admirals might be different. I might be mistaken on that. And all the enlisted ranks are basically based off the United States Navy. This is why my dude is a fucking petty officer. And the other crewman that works with him is a petty officer. We're not crewmen, we're petty officers. That means we're higher ranked enlisted. So it's literally a military organization specifically designed after the U.S. Navy. They act just like a military organization would. They are funded the exact same way a military organization is. The commander-in-chief, the president of the Federation, is the commander-in-chief of Starfleet. Fuck. I was thinking of a specific president. When she gives orders, the head of Starfleet follows them and enacts them, just like in the United States of America. That is how their government is set up. That is how their military is set up. No nation survives without a military. Simple as. You either have your own military or you have somebody else's military.
Engine status. Right. The warp cores are still practically redlined. However they've supercharged the Zeldi, it still relies on existing systems.
They just amplify the output?
But the Takan have already interfaced with those systems. The controls will be no use. So we'd have to find a way to manually shut down the warp cores.
Might not be a manual shutdown.
I'm tracking. Sabotage.
No way.
Blow up the ship. If we blow up the ship, it threatens their lives, and it allows us to succeed at our mission. And maybe we don't have to blow up the ship if they succeed because we're going to blow up the ship. Sounds awesome to me.
It appears to be guarding it. I think I can get us there. But
why are
once
they not
we're in,
guarding the warp core?
Do you really think you can cripple my ship? Not something I'd normally ask. But I'm coming around to it.
Well, usually I'm the guy fixing the things that go wrong on a starship. But I'm sure I could figure out a way to break it.
You may even find you like destroying things.
Oh yes.
This plan of yours has...
As someone who is engineering inclined, who absolutely adores turning wrenches and fixing things and taking things apart and putting them back together, I also love destroying things. It is a very, very cathartic thing, especially when you know how the thing works. Oh, it's so good. It's so...
One problem.
I highly recommend
it.
it.
It strands us. Left out of the fight when there is a war going on.
Our fight is here, now.
True.
This is how we do the most
This
good
is our mission.
for the Empire.
Absolutely.
For the Empire.
Absolutely. Fucking hands down. Attaboy.
So, Carter, you didn't beam out after all.
Decision simulator? Yeah.
I thought you'd escaped when we boarded.
Something like that.
I'd
It's an
almost
adventure.
hoped you'd made it off.
Section 31 is genocidal. I would not say that. Did they create a disease to kill off the founders? Yes. But why? Would they have genocided them if? See, are they genociders? Yes. Are they genocidal? No. There's a difference. Because one can be forced to genocide for the obvious reasons that Section 31 was forced to genocide. That doesn't make it good or moral, right? It's just one shitty decision out of two really shitty decisions. So either let the founders completely crush the Federation and destroy freedom and hope in the galaxy for 1,000 years, or murder the founders and their entire species with a genetically engineered disease. I know exactly which one I would choose. There's no question. I would absolutely sell my soul to ensure the Federation continued. There's no doubt. There's no doubt. No doubt in my mind. But so yeah. But it's an adventure game as well as a decision simulator. So.
And Billy's there with you too, right? It's good you two are together.
Sounds like you miss me.
Miranda might have. She was so hopeful about you. But that's not why I called. You're not a fighter. I know it. You know it. That's why you're hiding. Somewhere on this ship. But the Takan Empire has so much to offer you. Think of all the knowledge.
Do you know how stupid it is that none of the hostages are screaming, "They're on the bridge!"
Lost for 500,000 years that you'd have access to. I know you want more from life. And I want to show you what you could be.
Because they don't want to
part
die? Fair enough.
Not just the wonders you've already seen from us. In our time.
It could also not pick it up. There's that, because it is a Starfleet comm badge. I'm not sure if they're like always on like that, where they take everybody, or if it's just, or if it'll filter out ancillary sound like somebody else talking in the background. I wonder. I do wonder.
We had the power to move stars. Carter, you have a thirst for discovery. And a part of you would remain to experience the things I can show you.
I'm gonna go
But if you
full
try to
Starfleet,
fight it,
baby.
You're only gonna make things worse.
You don't know what you're doing. Miranda, we can help you, but you have to fight.
Miranda is a part of us now.
Okay, I was talking to the con person, being like, "Look, we can help you. You don't need to destroy our entire civilization. Like, you don't need to fucking be conquerors anymore." I thought that's where we were going with that.
She's
I guess
accepted
not.
that.
You're lying.
I have no reason
But fair
to
enough.
lie.
I'll take that one.
Every one of us on this crusade has fought wars more brutal and consuming than you could fathom.
Crusade. I told you,
But I want to
religious
reach
bullshit.
a peaceful resolution to this. Carter, we have a plan for you. And for the others too.
Yeah,
We don't want to have to destroy you.
to become puppets to an alien thing.
What's this plan you have? Is it the one where you steal our bodies and erase our minds?
That's a simplistic view of it. Your memories would live on within us. We can continue this conversation in person. I'll see you on the bridge very soon.
Our comm badges. She's tracking our location with them.
If we have to use force to free our fellow Scions, there will be casualties.
We can't stay here. And we need to disable the transmitters.
Where'd you go? You don't want to talk to me?
She's trying to keep you talking.
Yep.
I mean, I get it. But I'm trying to help you.
Nope. She shouldn't be able to use her comm badges to track us on an alien ship. That's a Federation ship thing. Maybe she's got some kind of device she programmed to it or something.
Got it.
Mine's done too.
Time to hit the road.
You've forgotten something. They know where we're going.
Set to stun. You're not going to shoot a guy who's unconscious, are you?
You keep getting in my way.
Why aren't they? What? You know what? You're right. Starfleet's not a military. It's full of pansy-ass bitches. That's what it is.
We've managed this far without doing it your way.
Sorry, I can't. It's just like, why didn't we do that from the beginning? Right? Stun all of them but one of them and then question that guy. That should have been the default thing we were doing. I'm just saying. That way they can't escape if they're unconscious, right? Then you can tie them up.
We are hardly in control of this situation. And now we have loose ends.
Solve the problem of what to do with him. Now let's move it.
Ooh, boy's being a badass. I like it. Sexy man. Oh, dude. Here we go.
Our coordinates match the exact location where Riker met Portal 6-3.
Unlike Riker's team, we beamed down without a problem.
It's quiet.
Portal has to know we're here.
If he won't come to us, we'll go to him.
Right on.
Spread out.
So, for a recap, we are at the planet where Riker first met the Portal 6-3, the Tokon Guardian, as he is called. And we're seeking his help to help us find the sacred flame motherfuckers.
Already gave it a scan. Dead. Whole planet feels like it's been turned to stone.
Not seeing any radiation. Got anything, Doc?
Doctor?
Commander, keeping an eye on those iridium levels?
Yes,
Good.
ma'am.
Last thing we need are your cells destabilizing on a hostile alien planet.
Also, by the way, calling a female officer sir, also acceptable. Just saying. You call Captain Janeway sir, I don't think anybody's going to give you any fucking problems. Especially not Janeway.
If I recall right, Geordi LaForge transported in here, hanging upside down.
I guess we're lucky we were spared the indignity.
Didn't they have to shoot him down? I think they did, didn't they? Anything here? It would have been cool if there was like a residual thing you could see on your tricorder. I do. One of the thing most. I just got to say this. One of the criticisms that I have, I think, is the most valid, is simply about gameplay, and that making the tricorder only usable when you're standing up, like you can't crouch with it, and you can't hold it away from your face so you can see more of the screen, because you really because in real life, or authentically, I should say, if you were using this type of device, you would be holding it away from yourself, scanning so you see with your eyes as well as the device, right? And then when you find something, that's when you bring it close and you start doing all the shit on it, and then you bring it back, right? But you're supposed to be able to look at it while it's going, while you're doing that. Like, literally everybody who uses a fucking tricorder does exactly that in every single scenario that you see them in when they use it. What you got, Commander?
Anything unusual, Commander?
It's all unusual, to be honest. We've precious little data on this planet, so brief was Captain Riker's visit. Anything he didn't see himself is a total unknown.
We deal with unknowns all the time. Part of the job.
I'm accustomed to dealing with the unknown from my station on the bridge.
No, he's not pissed at me at all. Not even a little bit. Like, the fact that the human doesn't show up on my tricorder as a human, it's just kind of like everybody should be glowing. Oh, yeah. Everybody should be glowing a different color like this, like to show me the entire surroundings, and then I should be able to switch between each one to see better what's going on, right? And it could even color code things like the biological humans around me that I know should be color coded a different color because the tricorder knows and identifies them as Starfleet personnel, right? Or people that I know.
These crystals are dormant.
Riker's report said they were glowing, that they served as energy collectors. It could be a good sign they're inactive. The Guardian of the Tokon doesn't have his guard up.
That's probably not a good way of looking at it.
This is where Portal 6-3 projected his image.
He was guarding this bridge. That has to mean something.
We'll move forward when you're ready, Commander.
All right, Lieutenant, stand by. Do not discharge phaser at this crystal. Good one. Well, I guess that's it. I guess we just... I didn't go up here, did I? Okay, we got a side path here. Hello.
Portal 6-3! Anybody!
Okay. That's not exactly what I wanted to do, but sure. Sure. And I'm assuming we can't go that way? No. Can't look at that crystal. That's that crystal. Okay. Got another thing we could touch, though. Let's look at this. Burn marks.
Burn marks.
The report mentioned phaser fire being redirected toward these strange crystals.
It also mentioned Portal calling down lightning bolts.
Better keep our guards up.
All right. That's it. We go. Are they not coming? Am I going by myself?
Follow me. Ends here. Is it me, or did that path just disappear?
There was a path there a moment ago.
There must be an explanation.
Yep. Slouching, dude. I can't get over the slouching.
Tetrametric pulses.
Yep.
Same energy as the other Takan technology.
Most of the crystals appear dormant. What's different about this one?
Readings indicate there's a cavity in the rock right behind it.
We could try melting a hole through the wall with our phasers.
Worth a try.
Okay.
Nothing.
There's gotta be a weakness. Somewhere it isn't totally solid.
Okay. Maybe... middle. Nothing? Oh, oh, oh. Did I hit something? Oh, it looks like I'm breaking through. Am I? Can't tell. Yeah, I have no idea. Won't let me holster either. I can't pull out the tricorder.
Whoa!
An illusion.
I'm sure that wall was as real as the rest of them. I felt it.
It's almost like our holodeck technology, but far more advanced.
The
shot the
crystals must
crystal.
be absorbing the energy from our phasers.
I'm picking up something. A biosignature. It's faint, but it's there.
A biosignature.
With me.
Oh, Portal 6-3 was a computer. Or some kind of technology. Couldn't remember if he was a real person or not.
Another dead end.
Or another illusion.
Crewman LaRue, if you would.
Duval to Resolute. Beam crewman LaRue directly to medical.
Is he okay?
Yeah. He'll live.
Not all crystals work the same, it seems.
Don't fire your phasers at any crystals unless we're sure they're putting out the same pulses as before.
Commander, I may be able to speed up the process. I can now detect many different wavelengths of radiation simply by looking. The Takan radiation is unusual, so I can't quite clear it all up, but I was able to eliminate many of the non-tetrametric crystals. Your tricorder should warn you.
That's an enormous help. Thank you, Lieutenant.
It's my honor.
I'm actually surprised there wasn't a moment to talk about the fact that she ordered some dude to do something and it almost got him killed. Because that's exactly what happened with her accident with her eyes, is that I gave her an order. She did a thing to make it happen that hurt her, and I continued to give the order rather than save her. Very similar situation where you have to order someone to do something that could potentially be deadly. I'm surprised there wasn't something with that. Disappointed when you refused to let him torture the Takan prisoner. Which was undone when he refused to respond to her. I don't understand why this matters. Like she's literally been taken over by a fucking alien. Okay. Shared guilt. Okay, so we're good there. All right. Shoot them with your phaser. It's visible through your tricorder.
Tetrametric. Good sign.
Crystal may be creating an illusion that can be dispelled with your phaser blast. Okay, non-tetrametric. I want to make sure to scan everything before I fucking pick something.
Looks like there used to be a bridge here.
We don't have any data about what's below the surface on Delphi Ardu 4. And I don't feel a particularly strong urge to find out.
Then that makes two of us.
Yeah, it absolutely fucking does.
More crystals. Need a way across.
See another one over there. Look at that. Can't see it from here, though. Is there anything else to look at? Maybe we could talk to Doc.
The biosignature is coming from this direction. I'm sure of it.
I have to use the restroom.
There's no getting through here.
There's always a way.
I'll be right back, stand by. All right, let's go. Ready for this? I'm ready for this. See what I mean about being like a like a Star Trek simulator game. Like this feels, when I say it's an adventure game, it's really, really great. It makes you feel like you're a Starfleet officer. I wish they had more
Something
games
alive
like
beyond
this.
this wall. Based on the data from the Enterprise's records, it must be Portal 6-3.
I'll figure out how to get us past it.
Okay, so
I know you
he
will.
is an actual biological entity. Interesting.
I wonder if this place was always so lifeless.
Port, Commander.
Aside from the breathable atmosphere, this is a remarkably inhospitable planet. Traces indicate there was once living flora, but it's been dead so long it's practically turned to stone.
From what Portal told Riker, it was an outpost to defend the far edge of the Takan Empire.
Well, it's not that now. Now, it's a grave.
Fair enough. It's funny, it almost looks like she has a light on the front of her. You see that? I guess that's where your character's looking. It's kind of... Okay, non-tetrametric. Alright, well, I guess that's it. Like, I swear to God, I thought there would be a thing about that. Because she literally just ordered a dude to do something and almost got him killed. Alright, this is the one.
Commander!
Look at that.
Trust, but verify.
My man.
Indeed.
Absolutely 100 on that one, buddy. Okay, well, I guess it's just me and frickin' the science officer. That's no bueno.
I assume you've noticed the bridge we crossed to get here is no longer tangible.
Ah, bit of a problem.
If logic prevails, there's a way to get it back by finding the right crystal to phaser. I'm getting some faint tetrametric readings from inside that mountain.
Then I'll head over there.
And I'll stay here, in case the bridge decides to come back.
Sounds like a good idea to me. Alright. Let's whip this bad boy out. Okay, not it. So it's over there. With that one, I think? Yeah. Coming from over there. Still want to investigate everything I can. Ooh. Damn.
Good.
Found it. Okay. Anything else? Does not appear to be anything else up here to look at. So. What's in here? Are you kidding me, game? I hate when they do shit like that. Rocks, I know. rock formation up there.
Tetrametric. Better go see what's different.
Whoa! Maybe it's because they like wrap around and stuff. Well, shit. Oh, really? I shoot the wrong thing and it immediately gives me a hint. Should I be surprised? Is it that big ass thing right there?
The way's clear. Good work, Commander.
We'll make sure it's safe.
Like, now how the hell do I get out of here? I'm not gonna lie, I think it would have been better if the commander had like beeped me and been like, I'm getting some interesting readings from that ridgeline over there. Why don't you move your tricorder up? And then you go, oh yeah, there's the crystal. Great, thanks, dude. Appreciate that. But I'm pretty sure they probably added that in after they, you know, did all the voice lines and shit. So. What? Vegetation?
Incredible.
The plants here are actually alive. Is this the biosignature you detected, Doctor?
No. Not a match.
What are we looking at?
Tetrametric.
Then it's creating an illusion as well.
Based on the data we have so far.
Only one thing left to do.
Doctor, be ready to beam us out if it turns out we're wrong.
Duval to Resolute. Lock transporter on away team.
Amazing.
There's nothing like this in any Federation record.
The plants.
Oh boy. It's time, baby. It's time.
Barbarians.
It's him.
How dare you disturb me? I'd hoped you had enough sense to leave of your own accord, but here you stand. Fools. In another time, I would have destroyed you and your ship simply for setting foot in this place. Fortunately for you, that time has passed.
Portal 6-3, Guardian of the Takan Empire. We've come a long way to meet you.
Guardian. I am guardian of nothing. The Takan no longer exist. I don't care to be reminded. If this is why you've come, then you should leave. Now.
I'll cut right to it. The Takan have returned.
Returned? My people have come back? How can that be? I've been alone for so long. If it is true, how did they return?
Draconian technology made it possible. To enable the transfer of consciousness from one being to another
I know,
after
right?
physical death.
Good hair,
Call
too.
it bioforming. A group of Draconians calling themselves Scions of the Flame.
Why does she get to say this? I'm the motherfucker. I'm the commander. I'm the fucking first officer. Why am I not giving the fucking speech? Come on now.
Used it to reawaken after hundreds of millennia.
Scions of the Flame?
Is something wrong?
I'd hardly call them Takan. They were a radical faction with beliefs outside the mainstream. Beliefs that lesser life forms should serve as vessels to ensure Takan immortality.
Ah.
You want me to help you destroy them. That's why you've come. You want to destroy these scions.
I won't lie to you. Yes, we want to destroy them.
You don't mince words.
They have an incredibly powerful energy source they call the Cartabula.
These scions have the Cartabula.
And they've used it as a weapon against us.
I will speak with you alone.
What are you doing?
Okie dokie then.
Where's my team?
They're safe where we left them. That the scions have stolen the Cartabula is deeply concerning. And to be honest, I'd rather speak with you alone, John Rydick.
Does this not just scream Star Trek? Oh my god. So good. So good. I wonder if they got the original voice actor to do him again. Or the original actor to do his voice again.
Your colleagues don't know what it means to be the last of one's kind. You and I are remnants of fallen civilizations. The Kobliad, the Takan. One dying, one dead. Our species could not be more different, but we both know the meaning of loss. The others wouldn't understand. It's beyond their ability to comprehend.
I see you're hurting, and I understand your pain. But pain shouldn't stop us from moving forward.
You do not understand me, nor the pain I feel for the loss of our once glorious empire.
Lovely. Like the other two sounded like sounded foolish to say. When he literally just empathized with me and literally... Did he not just say the thing that I just said in a different way? I feel like that one was bullshit. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Yeah, nobody understands my pain. Let's see if I can do better.
Tell me, why spend your days away from your own people when so few of them are left? Why live your life working for this federation to which the Kobliad do not even belong? And submit yourself to their authority? It makes no sense. Not by my logic.
It's true, the Kobliad chose not to join the Federation when the offer was made. And I could have chosen to stay on my home planet, waiting for the next shipment of Diridium to arrive, biding my time and fearing for the worst. Instead, I chose to embrace the future, not fear it. Joining Starfleet gave me the opportunity not just to help my own people, but countless more. You told Riker you'd wait until you were needed. You're needed now. We need you.
As much as it pains me to learn the Cartabula has fallen into the hands of the Scions, my services are not up for offer.
I see. So that one went fairly well. What did he say? Diplomatic, principled, and ambitious. Very nice. Very nice. So apparently the one where I said I understand his pain, he took the way it was supposed to be. His response was just Nobody understands my pain. Yeah, yeah. Okay. All right. I'm down. And honestly, that's exactly how it is. It's like, I was like, principle, oh, that sounds kind of foolish to say, but it's like, no. It's like not waiting to die and just doing something about it, or at least doing something other than just waiting to die. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. Being overly dramatic. Making me walk and shit.
To be chosen as a portal was to give one's entire self to the cause of protecting the Takon Empire. I left behind everything I know, and now you want me to turn against my own people. A betrayal of my oath, and everything I vowed to protect.
These aren't the Takon you knew. They're a facsimile. They're imposters. And they tarnish the Takon name.
We faced these questions in my time as well. What you call bioforming, we thought of as a marginal science. But if these reborn Takon plan to restore the Empire, is that a disaster to be avoided? Takonian technology is so advanced, it could save millions of species currently on the brink of extinction, including your own.
It's not making bad points.
And at the price of a small few, think of how the many could benefit. Instead, it sounds as if you are reacting out of fear before you have a full understanding of what's at stake. I don't think you've given this full consideration. You may have more to gain than to lose.
You told me your people didn't use bioforming. That's because you knew it was wrong. Wrong to employ on an individual basis, and surely wrong on a galactic scale.
You are correct. The Takon did not use bioforming on a large scale. That the way these scions are using it would not have been accepted when the Empire still stood. I'm curious to see these scions masquerading as true Takon. So I will go with you, and we shall find them. But when we do, I will judge them myself as a guardian of the Takon.
Oh.
To understand their true intentions, for better or worse.
It's certainly your right to make your own decisions. I won't tell you otherwise.
Very well. I'll return you now.
Wow.
Commander.
Wow. Whoa.
Hold your fire. I'm all right.
I love how this is when everybody's all like, pull out your phasers and point them around at everybody. And not at any other time before this. I just point that out. Okay.
He's coming with us.
We assumed the worst.
She's perfectly fine. Now then, shall we?
All right. We can beam up your... Do you have any equipment or tools?
Whoa.
This is all I need.
Away team +1, ready to beam up.
Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah. That was sick. And when he pressed her on why she had come, he was struck by her reasoning and morality. Nice, okay. God, I love Star Trek, dude. Love it so fucking much. And you know what's funny? We still haven't decided if these motherfuckers we're oppressing these motherfuckers. We actually never figured that out, right? That like immediately went by the wayside as soon as this shit went upside down. And how much you want to bet at the apex of this, they're going to end up fighting side by side against the Takan? That's some good shit, ain't it?
4 warp cores. That's interesting.
Redundancy. If one goes down in battle, we can still operate.
Makes this more difficult, though.
This ship can maintain warp with half the cores offline. We'll need to disable 3 of them.
Where are the engine schematics? Power flow routing charts.
We're soldiers, not engineers. I thought you would know what to do.
We understand how to operate it under normal conditions, but not the intricacies.
You're in good hands. We can do this.
I trust that you can.
You at least know where we should start?
This way.
Good shit. I mean, it's like, oh, you appreciate us now? No, come on. That's the entire reason we're here. It's because they're like, we don't know how to do this. You need to do this. Have at it, buddy. This is your battlefield.
What are we dealing with?
Okay, what do we got? Casing, protect the antimatter, cores, matter, antimatter reaction chamber. Alright. So we're probably not going to be able to shoot it, most likely. Not directly. We're going to have to do something else. 1 of 4 warp cores. Thermal output indicates each core alone could not sustain minimal warp, but harmonic infusion of at least 2 cores would produce an exponential increase in power. Thermostatic sensor relays temperature signals to an automated coolant. Ooh. I think we may have a way, boys.
It's running really hot. Makes sense, since they've been producing at max output since we left Otari space.
No ship can run for very long like that. Not before a catastrophic failure hits.
It's right on the edge. We just need to figure out a way to give it a push.
Bet that console down there could tell us a few things.
What about that console right there? Or that one? What about this one right here? Does that one not give me? Nice. Got anything to look at? She beat me down here. How about that?
Whatever we do, we need to make sure the Takan can't undo it.
So we need a way to permanently disable the reactors that won't destroy the ship and kill us all in the process.
You thinking what I'm thinking?
Are we shooting the warp core is a bad idea? Yeah, it's a very bad idea.
How do we make it happen?
Last resort. Last resort.
The reactor
Overloading the
cooling
cooling
system is operating at emergency containment levels.
It's just barely keeping the temperature in check.
Maybe we can use that. If it gets this high, their system considers a reactor breach imminent.
We could cause an automatic shutdown if we limit the coolant in any way.
Like we saw on the bridge, all 4
Maybe
warp
burst the
cores are
tanks?
operating at full capacity. The safety protocols don't look much different from the Resolute. Breach protection. Reduce output, command override. Cease matter, antimatter flow, command override. Emergency warp core ejection. Computer control.
Even command functions can't override one of the most crucial safety measures.
So the protocol's still active. That's good.
So we should be able to use the protocols
Looks like
to shut down the ship, right?
Sensors show a core is about to rupture. The computer will eject it automatically rather than risk a breach.
So we need to increase the warp core's temperatures.
If we destroy the coolant regulators, there won't be anything.
What'd I say? What'd I say? What'd I say?
To keep these reactors from going over.
And it will trigger the ejection. Let's peel these suckers open. I'll take that one.
I'll take the one next to it.
The second you two start dumping cores, the Takan will know we're here.
We'll be vulnerable. Stuck in one place while you work.
We will have to make a stand.
Do whatever you have to do to make sure we have the time to finish.
Anything?
Within reason.
We'll barricade the door. Work quickly.
Fair enough. Within reason.
We might not have our tools, but our phasers can do this in a pinch.
Yep.
We better get this right. If we foul it up and this whole thing goes boom,
You won't know.
we don't know how much damage that Cartabula will do.
Look on the bright side. If it all goes to hell, we won't be around to see the fallout.
That certainly inspires confidence.
Oh yeah.
It's not a
No worries.
Starfleet warp core, but the coolant regulator has to be in here somewhere.
Shouldn't I like scan it with the tricorder to see how it functions?
There you are. Time
Okay,
to
there
heat
it
things
is.
up.
Warning. Warning. Warp core.
That's not really what one of those would look like, but you know, we don't need to worry about that.
Okay, now they're definitely gonna know we're down here.
Warp core output at critical level. Ejecting core.
Just one more to go.
They're here.
They're cutting through the door. We don't have much time.
I thought they barricaded it.
Okay, same as before. We just gotta...
Shit. God damn it. I really don't like the system where I just cannot stand up if they're firing like that. It kind of feels dumb. But whatever, we're just gonna do it.
Okay, same as before. We just gotta...
Feels bad. Because I'm not gonna lie, in a situation like this, why wouldn't I just like shoot through the little slit and just peek my eyes up a little bit? Just saying. I'm just saying. Oh, gun him the fuck down!
Go! Finish!
Come on, put some hustle in that ass. Let's go. I'm like hitting the sprint button. It's not working.
Hey! Would you mind not shooting at the matter-antimatter reactor?
That's a good one.
I'll cover you.
What? No!
Get the warp core done, or we're all dead.
2 of them are already gone, so we should be good, right? Thought we were good already. That's how you gun them the fuck down. There's literally a murder hole they're all running out of. Blanket that bitch with suppressing fire. Let's go, motherfuckers. You're supposed to be warriors here. Let's get it done.
Out.
You don't even gotta be looking. Just do it over your head.
Shoot!
Warp core output at critical level. Ejecting core.
Success!
Warp drive disengaged.
You did it.
You got another way out of here?
I think so.
Give me a fucking disruptor rifle.
Hey, Tosca, can you climb?
I'll see you on the parade grounds of Surella, my friend.
Bro, you can hop your ass up there. Get your ass in that ladder. Well, we're doing that. Okay. Nice. Can't let her die in vain.
You want me? I'm right here.
Get him, girl! Give him hell.
Not you, too.
Calm yourself, child.
Oh, fuck.
It will all be better.
Too bad she didn't have any grenades. Isn't that the point where you just overload the disruptor rifle?
Wake up, Manka Umet.
Starfleet issue helmet here? I know, dude.
Return to us. Rejoin the flame.
To reclaim what was lost.
We don't need to watch this.
I do. I want to remember every moment when I make them pay. But this isn't the end. I will avenge Itasca.
Goddamn right.
Swear to me, you will join me in this.
How about we try to save her?
That's a dream.
As long as she's alive and her memories are still in there, there's still hope.
Hope is what you turn to when you have nothing left you can do. And there's still something I can do for Itasca. And I shall.
It's fair. I'm not gonna lie. That's fair. I'm not denying that. Because it is entirely possible that they are lost. Right? It's like zombies, right? That's the kind of thing you got to think about. Like, it could be permanent and there's nothing, there might not be anything we could do about it. There might be no way to reverse. Nice. Nice. Very nice. Got some good boy points with him. Excellent. Stranger Among Us. God, it looks so good, don't it?
There's so much I want to ask you.
There's so little I can tell you. I'm a portal, not a scientist, but I'll certainly do my best. I can only assume this is one of your older starships.
What does helmet hair girlfriend think of me? She's touched by Carter, offered to help her fight against the Khan, which was undone when he refused to respond to her. I don't understand why this is what the fuck is going on with this, because if she's in there and she's like alive and stuff, if you want to be my girlfriend and you don't understand my actions and you're mad that I shot you, you're not good enough to be my girlfriend. It's just that simple, right? We're not gonna work. If you think me shooting you when you're possessed by some like zombie alien shit, it wasn't the right call. Or being a dick to you when you're being controlled by an alien. Like, what the fuck are we talking about? Like, what are you smoking?
Would think, given the importance of your mission, they might send a ship of a more recent vintage. But, apparently not.
The Resolute is primarily a research vessel, if that's what you mean. Not a warship.
Although she has been known to hold her own in a fight.
That's the tactical
Against
officer.
what?
Space debris? Asteroids?
Something wrong?
Not at all. The galaxy has grown more diverse since the days of the Takon Empire.
Because you conquered everyone who didn't look like you.
To the contrary. Most lesser civilizations willingly joined the Empire to enjoy the benefits of an advanced way of life. But that expansion came with its own set of problems, so I admire your ability to diversify without creating conflict.
What a great line. Wow. That has so much packed in it. That's so great, right? Being evil and all? Yeah, I know, right?
That was always our challenge. And perhaps, ultimately, our downfall.
I can't say that we avoid conflict entirely, but we overcome our differences because of our common interests and a shared sense of purpose. A general belief we are better off united than divided.
A concept almost Takonian in principle. We're more alike than you might think.
Nice. Yeah, I don't like the diversity as our strength shit anymore, because diversity is a superpower, but like all superpowers, it has its weakness. That's why.
If this is the best you have, then so be it. To locate this scion, Galvan, I'll need full access to your ship's systems.
I'm an imperialist at heart, but this is cool too. Yeah, right.
You must be out of your mind.
You do realize he could just do it without our permission, right? Right? Right?
No, I'm right here, completely in my mind. Given this is merely a research ship, I won't be able to find him without it. Perhaps I should have made that clear up front. I'll need to make certain modifications.
That shouldn't be a problem.
Excellent.
Solano's gonna flip when he hears this.
I'll see you on the bridge.
We were literally tasked with doing exactly this. If you're not willing to go the full ham, then you need to get the fuck out of the way. It's not like we're doing something immoral, right? It's not like we're like genociding fucking people or, you know, murdering fucking innocents and burying them in mass graves. We're literally giving this asshole the ability to control our ship. Like, what the fuck did you expect was going to happen? Do you think he was just going to whip out a magical tablet and be able to show us the location of every Takon piece of technology in the entire goddamn galaxy without any of our help? Did you really think that was going to happen?
Captain Solano, I'd like to introduce you to Portal 6-3, Guardian of the Takon Empire.
Pleasure to meet you, Captain.
Likewise. I can't say I've ever met a portal before. There is no modern equivalent. Not within the Federation, at least.
I've learned it's a very prestigious position in Takon society. Or was, I suppose. Not just anyone is selected for the role.
And fewer still are suited for it.
How impressive. You spent 600,000 years at your post. That certainly takes an uncommon level of dedication.
We all have our duty.
Of course. But I'm curious. You were stationed there in preparation for what, exactly?
Any and all threats to the Empire.
An empire that no longer exists. Which suggests you weren't very successful.
But the ass
You
kisser
said
seems to be
you
working.
needed my help.
Okay, now let me just tell you. No, he literally said it was a prestigious position. Remember? So I'm giving him his due deference. He does not suffer fools, so I'm not going to kiss his ass. That's different. But fair enough. It actually does seem to be working, though, doesn't it?
I didn't come here to be insulted.
Right?
Perhaps that was a mistake. I'd be happy to return to Delphi Ardu at any time.
Of course, the fall of the Empire had nothing to do with you. We know that.
Do you? Because it seems your captain has a different opinion.
I'm merely curious where your allegiances might lie. And clearly it's with the Takan.
What happened here? Why she tolerated his ignorance. Okay. All right.
Yes, Captain. You have found me out and exposed my true loyalties to the Takan, not to the Scions of the Flame, who do nothing more than tarnish us in name and reputation and don't deserve to be called Takan. That's why I'm here.
The fucking captain is an absolute slimeball.
And if you'd be so kind as to give me access to your ship's systems, we can get on with it. And you can stop wasting my time.
Access to our systems? That's completely out of the question. Tell me that's not what you promised. We're vulnerable enough as it is. And now we're supposed to give him access to everything? Ridiculous.
Captain, I know it's a risk, but right now it's our best shot at finding Galvin and that ship.
Here she was, naive enough to believe it wouldn't be a problem. Little did she realize the levels of ignorance and incompetence she was up against.
I really like this guy. I really like this guy.
If you're not enjoying your visit to our ship, we'd be more than happy to let you wither away back on your pathetic little rock.
Captain!
You clearly do not appreciate the magnitude of the threat the Scions pose. So myopic is your focus on your own ego.
Oh my god!
I will not be leaving until they have been found.
Commander Rydek, a word.
Yeah, you're fucking out of line, bro. What the fuck are you doing?
And to think, I waited 600,000 years for this.
I love this guy.
You realize that's supposed to be in an incredibly difficult position.
I'm gonna slap this motherfucker. I'm about to slap this son of a bitch in the face. I'm gonna have to relieve him of command. This is where this is going. I'm gonna have to relieve him of command. Absolutely. Like, I was really, like, but couldn't understand why she tolerated his ignorance, because he's my captain. And he said something out of line, and I'm trying to save the situation diplomatically so we can all work together, right? Because the captain's acquiescence is required. He doesn't understand that, that's fine. But that's what I understand, and that's what I needed to do. But that was... We might have a mutiny. I'm just saying.
I was against seeking him out from the start. But now, to give him access to our systems?
We have our orders.
It's insane. And you somehow expect me to believe his allegiance is with us?
It's not.
You heard what he said in there. There's no way we can trust him.
I might otherwise agree, but you're missing the most important point. He's a Takan, and he may be loyal to the Takan, but not to the Scions of the Flame. He's against everything they believe in. You heard what he said.
There's too much at stake to be wrong on this.
We sought him out for a reason. To help him find our missing crew,
wrong one.
Galvin, and those Elydian ships. This is the plan we agreed to with Ambassador Spock.
Which I never liked.
Too fucking bad.
You know what this mission means to us. Not just for the Federation, but for me personally. I can't afford another screw-up.
You're fucking screwing up right
Losing the
now.
shield algorithms was bad enough. This could be the end of my career.
I'm sorry, Captain. You know I support you, but millions of lives and the future of the Federation are at stake here.
Say it, girl!
Both of which are more important right now than your career.
Say it!
It's not just mine. It's both of ours.
I will gladly do it.
Then so be it.
I'm going to trust
Fuck
your
yes.
instincts on this one. I just hope you're right. For both of our sakes.
Fucking spine of steel.
Let me know if you find anything.
She's my fucking hero.
You may begin.
I will, of course, have to make a few modifications.
What kind of modifications?
To find Taconian technology requires Taconian technology. If this Scion Gallivan modified his ships, then I must do likewise to yours.
Yeah, I expected
The
that.
galaxy is nearly infinite in size and complexity. This may take a moment.
How long
I
will
found
it take?
something. There you are.
What is it?
Yes, he threatened me. Yeah, that's exactly what he did. Remember, like I said at the beginning, he was talking about, oh, you someday want to be a captain, and I see that in you, and, you know, I could definitely recommend you for that. That was a veiled threat that I need to support him, otherwise he's going to tarnish my career. And that's literally what he just threatened, is to if he goes down, I'm going down with him. So be it. And you want to know what's really funny is that he is jeopardizing his career simply by acting the way he is. The ship is monitoring him at all times. Every conversation he has is being recorded by the goddamn ship. So if there's an inquiry, they will hear that conversation of him talking about how bad this is going to be for him. It's ridiculous what he's doing. It's like out and out stupid. He is so delusional about his own fucking ass that he can't see beyond 5 feet in front of him, it seems.
Someone is using Taconian technology. I can't get the precise bearings, but it's located in the Palisades cluster.
I'll let the captain know. Rydick to Solano. I think Portal may have located Galvin.
I'll be right there.
I'm getting all kinds of interference. Almost impossible to lock on the energy signature.
Where's he hiding?
In the Palisades cluster.
Interesting. Can you lock in on the location?
Not until you get me closer.
Lieutenant Handar, set a course for the Palisades cluster.
Aye, Captain.
Well, I suppose I owe you an apology. You were right after all. That's what I get for questioning the advice of my first officer. You always have my back.
No apology necessary. Your concerns were valid.
Nonetheless, I should learn to trust your instincts, which were absolutely right. Nice work. Let me know if you find anything more.
Will do.
His concerns were valid.
What's wrong?
He was just doing it for the wrong reasons.
I didn't want to say anything until I was certain. But the reason for the interference is simple. There's a Taconian device on this ship being used to block the signal. Whoever planted it was exceptionally clever. They knew how and where to hide it. But they have underestimated my abilities.
Engineering.
Take care of the Taconian device, and I can find Galvan for you.
Does that mean there's still a spy aboard? Yep.
It's designed to interfere with all transmissions, or at least delay and confuse the effort to find Galvan's ship.
Hold on. My understanding is that Takan technology requires a Takan to operate. Is there another Takan on this ship?
The Scions could have someone on the ship doing everything they can to stop us from finding Galvan.
Don't worry, I'll get this fixed. We're going to find that ship.
Clever girl.
Engineers would have found
could
this
it be?
device already if it wasn't well hidden. Better to rely on my tricorder.
Now that is a beautiful warp core. Look at that baby. Sexy. All right. Nice little engineering room, too.
There's a lot of noise in here. I should scan the device putting out the most radiation to filter it out. That's better. Most other radiation sources in here are well contained. There's definitely tetrametric radiation nearby. But even with the gain boosted, it's getting drowned out by other sources of radiation in here.
God, today was morning like 5 hours ago. Kermit, greetings.
A little bit of harmless radiation leakage here, but enough to mask the tetrametric pulses. Easy enough to cancel out. There's still something drowning out the tetrametric radiation. I need to find it so I could filter it out as well.
That's the warp core. The engineering station.
Jeffrey's tubes thump harmonics from all over the ship. I'll filter that out. There we go. I'm getting a clear tetrametric signal now.
Here we go, baby. Yep. Now the question is, am I about to get ambushed? Are they watching the device? That's the question.
Found it.
Excuse me. Do you belong here? Commander Rydek. I'm sorry. I didn't know it was you.
Paul. Calloway, right?
Yes. You know, it means a lot that you remembered. What, are you doing back here? I don't mean to pry, but first officers don't usually go digging around engineering compartments.
I was looking for you.
Under the console?
Dropped my tricorder. But I do need your help. Have you seen anyone else in here recently that might seem out of the ordinary? Maybe someone who doesn't work in engineering.
Not that I can think of, but I can ask around. I'm
Finally
here
found
almost
someone
all
who
the
knows
time,
basic security, right?
But maybe someone else noticed something?
That would be great. Just be discreet about it. I don't want anyone to be alarmed.
Discretion is my specialty. Well, I'll leave you alone already. Oh, come to think of it, that Hotari woman was down here earlier with Dr. Duvall finishing the last of the bioscans.
Tylis?
That would be out of the ordinary, right?
Thank you.
Finishing bioscans. How much you want to bet he's been compromised and he's telling me that she's been compromised? He made that up, so I would suspect her. Ooh, the webs grow deeper, boys. The webs grow deeper. The doctor and who? This girl, Tylis. The Hotari lady that we helped at the beginning of the game. So basically, he just threw suspicion onto her off of himself. Hey. Now, if he were a Takan, he would probably try to stop us from... he would probably try to stop us from doing this.
Saw something.
Right? Did we turn it off? All right, before we do this, I gotta use the restroom, so I'll be right back. Stand by. I'm gonna throw up the break screen. We'll be right back after these messages real quick. Stay tuned for more right here at the Tango Hotel. Oh, having paid attention to some small parts of your playthrough, I have no idea what's really going on. It's okay. I know you're here to see my sexy ass. Boys, here we go. Let's do it. Okay, so we gotta speak with what's-her-face. Tylis. Force field? Oh, containment field. That's what that is. Okay. Just want to see if there's anything else going on here.
Tylus, can I speak to you for a moment?
Of course. Is something wrong?
There's something happening. I may need your help. This is important.
How can I help?
When you were in engineering with Dr. Duval, did you notice anything out of the ordinary? Or anyone?
Not particularly. Why?
I found this, hidden in a compartment down there.
That's Taconian technology. Does that mean there's a Scion on board? But Dr. Duval bioscanned everyone. Every deck, every crew member, I've seen the logs. She couldn't have been more thorough.
Someone evaded detection and planted that device.
Which would mean they've been with us this whole time. Watching, listening.
All the more reason why we have to find them.
It could be anyone.
That includes both of us.
You want me to get scanned? Better to know for sure, right?
Yes.
I would feel more comfortable if you did.
100%.
I understand.
Clear.
Now it's your turn.
Sure.
Clear.
Don't sound so surprised.
You spend plenty of time with the Scions
Are we
as
not
well.
scanning the whole crew? They did say they scanned the whole crew, but it's possible somebody did avoid detection.
You never know.
Let's get to it.
They could have been...
Search starts in engineering.
And they could have been targeted
Whoever
after
planted
the fact.
the device most likely did it within the last few hours. So I'll start by running a scan, tracking everyone who came through engineering over the last day, in reverse order.
Now we're competent and smart. I see.
This could take forever to sort through the number of people that were in engineering.
I'll filter out the duplicates.
That helps.
Okay.
Cross-referencing this list with everyone who's traveled to Hotari.
Now this is manageable.
Not necessarily.
Filtering for outliers. People who don't work in engineering. Let's see who's left.
I mean, it could be engineering people.
No. This can't be right.
He didn't do a bioscan?
Of the people that went to Hotari and visited engineering, it could only have been Captain Solano.
According to this, he was here while you went down to Delphi Ardu 4. Which would have been the perfect opportunity. And no one would question him. He's the captain.
He fits the profile for the kind of people the Takan want to bioform.
Leaders.
People with authority that can lead to them gaining more control.
Like Galvin? The Queen?
The captain of a Federation starship.
That's why he wanted to keep the shield stuff secret. Oh my god. Because he's the captain, so it's possible that he was able to go in there and use his command codes to filter that out, right? I don't know why he wouldn't make it to where it would say he'd already been done so, but it's probably why it wasn't flagged.
What happened when Dr. Duval bioscanned Captain Solano?
That's just it. She never did.
How is that possible?
Something more urgent would always come up. There was nothing she could do. But performing a bioscan is the only way to be absolutely sure.
That's not going to be easy. First thing I need to do is get this device to Portal.
Be careful. And good luck.
I'll need it.
True, she
I
was in
found the
engineering to
device.
mess with the scans. Maybe he could tell who's touched it. Does it have the captain's DNA on it?
Interference is gone. I have located Galvin's ship more precisely. He's in the Usonia system.
So then it worked.
This whole region was one of the most sacred for the ancient Takan.
I love how they just use a random picture, not realizing what they're actually talking about, because that is a star system, not a cluster. It's so silly. It's something they could have easily avoided. Like, oh my god.
What? many consider the birthplace of our civilization. See these comets and planetoids in the outer orbits? Based on their current trajectory, that's Galvan's destination. And legend tells us it's the location of what was once our largest arsenal.
Oh.
Not that we needed it in the late stages of the Empire, but it was there as a precaution nonetheless.
What kind of weapons are in this arsenal?
It's difficult to know what would have survived from the time of the Empire, but be assured that the damage they have done so far by altering your current technology will be minuscule compared to proper Taconian firepower.
Ah.
If Galvan and the other Scions secure the arsenal, they will become extremely dangerous. My people had such power at the height of the Empire. The Tacon were as gods, keeping absolute control over countless worlds. I must speak with them directly. However, the presence of this device is worrying. It's highly likely it was placed here by a Scion, hidden among your crew.
It
and
might
it
be
is
the
unlikely
captain.
this interference device was the Scion saboteur's only trap.
That's why if that's the case, that is why he insulted the portal, is to try to screw up diplomatic relations so he'd go back home. Bro, there's way too much self-sabotage that he's doing, things that are just like utterly ridiculous and retarded for a fucking captain to do. Even one hell-bent on ego, like there's no way, unless he's having like some kind of fucking like mental break, that he would do these things. And it I don't know, man. I don't know.
If we reach Galvan and the saboteur cripples your ship, we will be at their mercy. Even my powers will not be able to protect us. Do you know who it is? They may well do more damage if left alone. Time is not on your side.
I'm fairly convinced they bioformed Captain Solano.
I knew there was a reason I didn't like him. That explains it. Bioforming was so rare in the time of the Empire that I am not able to detect if it has taken place. Proof of your claim is something you will have to produce yourself.
Then we have to bioscan him. I'll talk to Dr. Duvall.
That's quite the claim. Told me you were worried about him.
I'm about to start a fucking mutiny if he doesn't submit to a bioscan. It's gonna. I swear to God, it's gonna happen. I will fucking point a phaser at his goddamn head and order him to take the fucking bioscan, or I will stun him and throw him in the brig and then bioscan him. There is only one way this is going to happen. It is not going to happen any other way.
But I never imagined this was what was wrong.
And the reason I say all of that is because if he's not, and he is the real Captain Solano, then he would know the only thing to do would be to submit to the bioscan immediately. That's the right thing to do. If you're not a Taconian spy, the thing to do is submit. Be like, okay, yeah, sure, scan me. All right, we done? All right, good. Now, tell me why you had those suspicions, and maybe we can figure out what's going on. That's how you do it. You submit, and then you go forward. Because the thing about it is, this is a chain of command kind of thing. You are the ship's captain, and your first officer thinks you have been compromised by a spy from a hostile alien race. Absolutely 100%, you are going to need to submit to fucking checks. There's no question. There's no question. Not in this situation. No. Like, because it really does all fit, right? He didn't want to tell Starfleet about the shield modulation things, about how they stole all the shield codes. He wanted to. It felt like he was sabotaging the diplomatic relations between the Portal and the Federation by insulting him to his fucking face. He didn't even stand when he came in. You know, that kind of thing. Either you get bioscanned or you cry and you get bioscanned.
I wouldn't be asking you if there was any other possibility.
That would explain why Solano has been too busy for a bioscan lately.
As the ship's doctor, you have the authority to declare him unfit to serve.
Yep.
If you're right, this is the worst case scenario.
Yep.
Challenging your own captain is a tall order.
Yep.
Are you sure you're prepared for this?
100.
If you fail, that's it. The end of your career.
I am. I have to be.
Good.
Because here's the way it is. If it's the end of my career, fine. He submits to the bioscan. Period.
You know what this is going to take. I'm in. We can't pull this off with just the two of us. I technically have the authority to make Solano undergo a scan, but in reality, he can and will refuse to do it. We need at least another member of the senior staff to support your claim, or this could all blow up in our faces. You better think long and hard about who you can trust.
Oh, no. No, come on. Honestly, I want to pick this guy. There's two reasons. One, because I followed Captain Solano's orders, and he's more likely to trust me going against Solano, in my opinion. Like, I don't think he would use his... I think he's more inclined to help me because of his own biases than he would to hurt me because of his own. Based on how he was dismayed, he followed the orders and put the crew on the hull at risk. Everything else, though, right? Like, who else? We got Commander Ermont. See, he respects the captain's orders, though he was conflicted about putting the crew at risk. I'm really thinking him, dude. She's got me. I know she's got me, but she's not senior staff. I need one of these two. I really like both of them. He doesn't like me nearly as much. I think I'm gonna go with him though. Because he doesn't like the captain anyway, right? So if I want to mutiny, this is the first guy I go to, right? I mean, that's just the logic behind it. Because that's the way it would. He doesn't like the captain and the orders that he made, and he's disgruntled against the captain. So if I think he's a Taconian spy, the guy I want to go to is the guy whose automatic disposition would be to believe me that the captain is being fucking controlled by some alien shit and is not a complete shithead. What the fuck was that? Are they trying to go into warp or something?
Down to one reactor. I thought we'd be stopped dead. At least stuck at impulse power.
The Tacon enhancements must be able to brute force limited bursts of warp output.
Ah, so.
Yeah, but they won't get to wherever they were headed at this rate. They're just limping along now.
So where does that put us?
Maybe I can answer that.
That's how you frame a shot. Can I not just climb over the box? Really? Bro won't climb through this. Come now, guys. Really? Really? Just shimmy through? No? Climb over the box? No? This console's working, but oh no, it's blocked by a crate. Yeah, that's not sus as shit. That's not sus at all. Oh, it's down there. I was like, where the hell is this thing?
I got the ship's heading.
They've changed course. Drastically.
Looks like they're headed here. The Usonia system. They might stop there.
Can we use the Zeldi's comms to signal your fleet?
Comm systems are locked.
Grab hold!
Oh!
The inertial dampeners can barely keep up. If they keep forcing this ship to make these short warp jumps, they're going to tear it apart.
Zeldi is still made by Lydian hands, despite all this Takan corruption. We'll hold.
I hope
We
so.
just gotta stay safe until Starfleet can find us.
They did such a good job. They really did.
Your people Is there somewhere you go when you die?
Life after death? No. On my homeworld, some people think they can cheat death in a way by joining with the Trill symbiont. But that's not a life to me.
What about you? Is there another plane of existence for you? With every passing battle, as I get older, I think about it more.
I think there's just no way for us to know what happens after we die.
Really?
Maybe there's something more, maybe not. But I can't discount the possibility. You can't prove a negative.
Yep.
Then maybe you can understand this. My people have a special journey. When Illydians die, we rejoin our comrades, family, and ancestors.
On the parade grounds of Cirella?
That is just one part of it, but yes. Death is not the end for us. So, even if some part of Itasca remains, by letting the Takan use her body, at best we are delaying the inevitable next step for her. At worst, we are leaving her as a prisoner in her own mind.
I get that.
You want to save the transformed. So do I.
Now that I've seen it happen, does it make me a hypocrite to say he has a point?
No.
What if we can't get them back?
Exactly.
We can't leave them like that, right?
I think Itasca would want to be released. To think of what she could be going through right now. It's a torturous idea.
I know it's awful to think about, but if they're still alive, we can still try to help them. We lose that option once they're dead.
I had a sister, a twin. It's very rare among the Trill.
Like, I'm not opposed to giving them a merciful death. I'm not opposed to that. But I'd rather run out of other options that do not include death before we arrive at that option specifically. Like, let's at least give it the old college try, shall we?
You never told me that.
She was one of the youngest hosts to ever join with the symbiont. A sentient creature that lives in our body. It's considered a great honor. The symbiont can bring centuries of knowledge and wisdom to the host. But sometimes, the symbiont personality suppresses the host entirely. My sister was the closest person in the world to me. I knew she would be different after joining. But she drew more and more distant. The room we shared growing up was foreign to the both of us. And
Aren't you supposed to be an adult?
Or whoever she'd become, cut me out entirely. So I left for Starfleet and swore I'd never go back. I couldn't stand the thought of seeing her. Someone who looked like my sister. Sounded like her. But wasn't.
So, losing Miranda like this, it opened an old wound.
Never really closed up in the first place.
Kind of threw just
You
salt
remind
on
me
it.
of Itasca.
I do?
Bonds are not made by what runs through your veins, but the blood you spilled together. Itasca was my family in that way.
What a very
I
Klingon
want you
thing to
know
say.
there is nothing I won't sacrifice to win this fight.
Fair enough.
But if we're lucky enough to survive, I'd be honored if you'd count me as one of your tribe.
I mean, it was my idea just to blow the fucking ship up, so you know I'm in.
As Itasca was.
Even a couple of engineers like us?
You are many things.
I'll take you up on that.
Same here.
Will they not cease this madness?
Are we here?
What is this place?
Is that the Veskar?
Another one of yours?
Not anymore. They've corrupted it, just like the Zeldi.
Now there are two ships. Did this just get better or worse?
A lot worse.
It certainly doesn't bode well for the crew of the Veskar. So many lives stolen.
We're really at the heart of this fight now. We just gotta figure out what we're gonna do about it.
This doesn't look like the Aphelion. What are they doing here?
You don't think they're just meeting their buddies?
Maybe, but then why are their buddies here?
Prepare for transfer.
The storm! It's back!
I'm assuming it's that giant asteroid thing?
Hold on. Scanning. Tetrametric radiation is dropping. The Zeldy's dropped to minimal power levels.
It's running off just the one warp core now.
That means...
They've sent the Cartabula to that other ship.
Ruh-roh. Wow, mutiny.
Something wrong, Captain?
No, nothing's wrong. In fact, I was just going to call for you. I'm needed down in engineering. The bridge is yours.
I hate to be this way, but I really wish they'd have let me play that differently. Because that was something that I would literally just announce. There is a Taconian spy aboard. I found this thing in engineering. And then have Portal 6-3 verify what I'm saying. Right? And then be like, the only person who has yet to submit to a bioscan is Captain Solano. Captain, would you please step forward and submit to a bioscan? Okay. Of course, I would have a phaser in the other hand. So, yeah, I guess that's the way it goes. Yeah, that's not suspicious at all. Yeah, half a dozen security guards. Do I only get to choose one? I want to choose Westbrook. She'd probably be my strongest ally. She'd follow me into hell and back, dude.
Commander Westbrook, a word, please.
I'm busy here, so let's make it quick. What's this about?
The captain may have been compromised.
Greetings!
I have reason to believe he's been bioformed, and is now actively working against us.
Come on. You can't be serious.
Someone is sabotaging the mission. They planted a Taconian device in engineering. Captain Solano was in engineering while we were on Delphi Ardu 4, and he purposely evaded Dr. Duval's bioscan.
That's ridiculous. I just spoke with him a few minutes ago.
Did I really make the wrong decision? Is he really gonna not be a scientist right now? Is that what's gonna happen?
He was as normal as ever. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have work to do.
You don't understand. This is not a joke. I'm absolutely serious. If Captain Solano is a Scion, it means he purposely evaded the bioscan to avoid detection.
I'm sure he had more important things to do. You've rarely put your trust in me before. Which, ironically, only makes your story more believable. You're clearly not looking for whoever is most likely to go along with you.
Exactly.
If you go through with this, and you're right about Solano, you'll be the new captain of the Resolute.
As first officer, it is my duty and responsibility to protect the interests of the ship and its crew when the captain has been compromised.
I'll have your back. But you damn well better be right.
I knew it would work. Fuck yeah, dude. Funny thing is like, why couldn't I bring all of them in? Politically, the young lieutenant would be the obvious choice because she followed me through hell, right? We're about to mutiny. That's what's about to happen.
It's now or never.
Oh, it's right now.
Captain Solano.
Commander Rydek, we need to talk about... Doctor? What brings you to the bridge?
Just a bit of housekeeping. You owe me a bioscan, Captain.
I don't have time for that right now.
Nope.
It will only take a moment. I can't put this off any longer.
You can, and you will. All you'll find is that I'm quite reasonably under stress given the circumstances, and you aren't making it better. I'll find you in sickbay when I'm good and ready.
No.
Or, if you're gonna stand in the way of the mission, I can find you in the brig instead.
It's merely protocol, Captain. All officers that touch alien soil have to be bioscanned.
I know the protocol.
Then why aren't you following it?
It's not more important than chasing down these Draconian marauders.
Ah, excuses.
The crew looks to you for guidance, Captain. It may seem like a nuisance, but it would set the right example.
What is this?
We need you to comply with the scan, Captain.
That's enough. Drop this. All of you.
No.
I'm giving you a direct order, Commander Rydek. Stand down and go back to your post. Now.
No.
Do not make me tell you again. I've been a starship captain since before you were in the academy. I won't stand for this.
I refuse. So do the others.
Well then, you've left me no choice. Security to the bridge.
I should have said you're not
Arrest Commander
Solano.
Rydek. Take her to the brig.
On what charge?
Conspiring with the enemy and mutiny.
Really?
Captain, please reconsider.
Are you kidding me?
Given my order.
This is not Captain Solano.
Thank you.
He's been bioformed. He's a scion.
You're out of your mind.
Commander Rydek has proof.
He sabotaged our efforts to track Galvin with this. He planted it in engineering while we were down on Delphi Ardu 4.
Lies! Perpetrated by the only Takan in our midst, Portal 6-3. He's actively trying to divide us from within.
Captain Solano has refused to be bioscanned because he knows it will reveal he's a scion.
Here it is.
Take her to the brig, or I'll do it myself. Oh!
Yes! Who was it? Was it the science officer?
Wait! Stand down! That's an order!
Everyone hold until we get answers. This cannot happen on the bridge of a Federation starship.
I can prove I'm right if you just give me a chance. If I'm wrong, then I will face the consequences.
Bam, right there.
If you're wrong, there's no coming back from this.
So be it.
I'm going to settle this once and for all.
I'm wrong, aren't I? I'm totally wrong.
Commander Rydek was right.
Oh my God.
Captain Solano has been compromised. He's been bioformed into a Takan.
Oh my goodness.
As the Chief Medical Officer of the USS Resolute, I am relieving Captain Zachary Solano of command.
To be fair, like, it definitely could have gone better. I would have probably worded it better. I would have been more like, if you do not submit to a bioscan, I will relieve you of command, put you under arrest, and force you to take the bioscan. That's kind of where I wanted to go with that. And when I refused, the reason I thought is because she would take that spinal steel of hers and commit to the refusal. And then she went, so do the others. And I was like, oh shit. Because it was supposed to be, I refuse, and I am going to take command and put you under arrest and make you submit to the bioscan. All right.
Take him to the brig.
What if you were the Scion all along? No! This is bad. This is why at the very beginning I was like, chain of command, chain of command, chain of command. I had a feeling something like this was going to come along. I had a fucking feeling something like this was going to come along. It always does.
I don't know what to say. I'm stunned.
No, Captain Solano is.
Well, there's no going back now. You are, rightfully, the captain of the Resolute. And I'm with you from here on out. I need you to know that.
I've always wanted to be captain of my own ship, but I never imagined it would happen this way.
I don't think anyone could anticipate something like this. But you learn from one of the best. And you'll be one of the best. I know it.
Big mad. Big mad. They're big mad. Look at that. They're super mad. They are super duper mad. Yeah, super mad. Apparently they do have facial expressions based on how they feel about you. They're really mad. I mean, the problem with Lieutenant Bredson, whatever the fuck her name is that, one, she's a lieutenant. So the fact that she is of lower rank makes a bit of a deal. And the fact is she's my fucking cheerleader, right? Everybody knows she admires me. So if I use her to try to commit a mutiny, that's going to look political in nature. And it's the same with Commander Ermot, is that he's more likely to support me because he likes me more than Commander Westbrook. Westbrook is literally the only logical choice for me to do this, because me and him do not see eye to eye. He dislikes the fact that I followed the captain's orders when it was required and mandatory, and when it was the right thing to do in the moment. He didn't like that. And because we don't see eye to eye, that means he was my only ally. He's the only one that would have made any logical sense as far as like any kind of like review or Starfleet looking into it, or just in practical matters with the rest of the crew. They know we don't see eye to eye. They know we don't like each other. So if we're agreeing that we're going to mutiny against the captain, they know something's up. When two people who seriously dislike each other both band together against the power structure, then you know something's going on. You know it's legit, that there's something screwed up. If he's not a Scion, it would be easy just to take it and make us look like a complete fool and have an excuse to throw us in the brig. Yeah, that would, but that's a good point. That's a good point. The thing about it is that if he wasn't a Scion, then he was still acting erratically. And so that's what I would say at my court-martial. I mean, look at his behavior. Look at all the logs. Look at the conversations we had. He was trying to give me the lie to Captain Riker about the entire Federation shield algorithm being fucking compromised. Who the fuck does that? And then on top of that, he insults Portal 6-3 to his face, acting in the most undiplomatic, unmilitaristic way you could possibly imagine. How is that not warning signs for exactly what just happened, right? You would have to be a complete incompetent fool to do those kinds of things under these kinds of circumstances. And so he's either incompetent to be in command, or he's a goddamn spy. I missed the Riker bit. Yeah, Riker likes me too. Captain Riker was struck by Jara's confidence when discussing seeking help from Portal 6-3. He was also glad Jara was honest and transparent about the shield algorithms being stolen. He lied directly to Captain Riker's face. They were holograms, right? He was a hologram. But you know what I mean. And he asked me directly. Me. He looked at me and asked me the question. I'm not going to lie. Not going to happen. It's not because it's Riker. It's because two reasons. Superior officer and protocol. I can understand like keeping the noise down to try to not cause a panic. But when your superior asks you a direct question, you do not lie to them. It's that simple. It is literally that simple. And at that point, it's their fucking problem if it causes a panic. Has there ever been a woman that Riker didn't like? Hey, I like that. Yeah. I was not here for Portal 6-3 stuff. Oh yeah, it's good stuff, man. We're gonna get more of him. Don't worry. So he felt slightly less offended after Jara defended him from Captain Solano's insult when Captain Solano first met him, but he couldn't understand why she tolerated his ignorance and felt a growing trust in their relationship when she revealed who she suspected might be the Scion on board the Resolute. Yep. Like the thing about it is like, I am loyal to my captain and my crew, but there is a hierarchy of loyalty. And mission always comes first. Or actually, I believe it would be country, then mission. But in this situation, it's mission comes first. So if Captain Solano is standing in the way of the mission in a way that is contradictory to orders, that means he is not following proper protocol. That means he can be relieved of command. Especially if he's a goddamn spy. And so mission, shipmate, self. So my first duty is to the mission, my next duty is to the ship, and then the crew, and then myself. The captain being the head of the crew, of course, in that scenario. So if the captain is endangering the ship unnecessarily and incompetently, then he can also be relieved of command. But it's something you never want to do. Oh, they're making a moment out of it. Everybody's looking at me. Everybody's looking at me. Look at me. I'm going to sit in the captain's chair. I am the captain now. Yes, I am the captain now. That's good stuff, man. That's good. Sit. Yo ass down.
Set course for the Usonia system. Maximum warp. It's time to face Galvin.
Yes, Commander. Sorry. Captain.
Either's fine. What I want to know is why the next order isn't to call Captain Riker and the Federation and tell them what's going on and to send reinforcements.
Engage.
They didn't let me choose the thing I wanted. They did use the engage though that I chose last time, so maybe that choice is reflected here. How about that? Oh, God, this game is so good. Like, I actually wonder if he turns out to not be a Taconian spy if you play it wrong. If the story actually changes. Or if he's always a Taconian spy. Like, is that always the thing? Like, I wonder how that plays out.
We're taking fire!
Red alert! All hands to battle stations. Shield status.
Set to maximum, but with the algorithms compromised, they may not do much.
Captain, that other Elydian ship is here.
The Zelda?
How did we not fix that? That's all I want to know. How we not fix that?
We're outnumbered.
Captain, your orders.
Evasive maneuvers.
Aye, Captain.
Yeah, we're absolutely not doing any damage to those fuckers. Get it, baby, get it!
The Veskar's warp engines are powering up.
Our warp engines are offline.
That must have been their goal. They didn't want us to chase the Veskar.
According to my readings, they also took the Cartabula with them.
Shit.
They're not breaking off. We have to destroy the Zeldi before it destroys us.
With Diaz and Edsalar still over there?
They'll need
They
to
are.
evacuate.
Can we get him on? Can we hail him? Can we get a signal through the shields?
Come on.
I almost have it.
They gotta know we're here. Hurry. You got it?
Got it. Diaz
Acting
to Resolute.
captain would be the most correct term.
We read you, Diaz.
Yes,
This is our...
technically you're correct, but in parlance for receiving orders from your crew, captain is more appropriate, or commander, because technically she is the acting captain. So referring to her by rank because she also was the first officer would also be correct. Either is fine, simply due to the fact that it's a quick change of command, so there's no need to fucking be persnickety about it. You know what I mean?
Armad, it's good to hear your voice. Is Edsalar... is she with you? Everyone wants to know.
She's right here. She can tell you herself.
I'm not dead yet.
Very good, Petty Officer.
Can you get us out of here?
I can't transport you out while the Zeldi's shields are up. Our phaser fire won't even get through. Is there another way off that ship?
We'll find a way.
Whatever you do, you'll have to be quick about it.
We could
Because we can't give you much more
fly
time.
out of the nearest airlock.
We can't evade the Zeldi forever.
Understood. Diaz out. We're gonna have to get out of here the old-fashioned way.
Lydian ships have no escape pods.
We can leave out that cargo bay we transported to before. But then there's the vacuum of space to contend with.
If they find us quick
Those
enough,
freight
we'll live.
containers. Maybe we could use those to make an escape pod?
Is that even possible?
We're gonna make it possible.
Yeah.
Unless you have a better idea.
Let's go.
That's cool as shit.
I've polarized the hull plating. That should allow us to take a few more hits.
Like, why haven't they redone the shield
Enemy phaser
algorithms?
impact dissipated.
Heading, Captain?
Attack pattern Beta 3. Circle around that asteroid and come back firing.
Aye, Captain.
Nice.
Zeldi, in range.
Fire!
Yeah, we're not doing
Zeldi's
much, are we?
shields down to 82%.
Oh. That's right, they don't have
We're
the
doing
Cartabulon
damage,
anymore.
but they're hitting us right back. We'll run out of hull before we penetrate their shields.
Perhaps I can be of assistance. I can modify your impulse engines to amplify their meager output and avoid more of their attacks. But I will need full access to your propulsion systems.
That goes against dozens of Starfleet regulations.
That's
Not a
nice.
security risk if the alternative is destruction.
Bingo.
To me, it's simple. You can take this beating and hope you can weather it. Or will you put your trust in me? I've left everything behind for you. The least you can do is put your faith in me.
Do it.
Commander Ermot, give portal access to the propulsion systems. You're going to have the ship in your hands. Don't let me down.
This will take a moment.
Okay then. Neat, right? Seems to be working.
Your ship has let up its fire.
That gives us some time.
All right. One of these freight containers should do the trick.
Be quick.
Yeah, they did.
We need one big enough for all of us to fit inside.
Um,
Something we can make airtight.
Oh, here we go. This bad boy.
Damn it. Not this one.
Not enough room for the big guy. No way this will hold up in a vacuum.
Yep.
Here we go. This'll work.
That's great, but it's not airtight yet.
No problem. We'll just seal it up.
This container is extremely heavy. Even with the containment field open, it won't leave the bay quickly. I'll find something to accelerate our exit.
My man. What a cool battle sequence.
Glancing blow. Very little damage.
I cannot keep this up for long.
Their phaser banks are recharging. Now's our window. We have to strike back.
I agree.
Their next barrage could be our last. Better make this count.
Target their weapon systems. Take the teeth out of their bite.
That could make them run. Just like the Veskar, we'd lose Diaz and Etzelar again. Hit their engines. We've already lost the Veskar.
We need to protect ourselves first.
Target the weapons.
Target their weapon systems.
Hi, Captain. Firing torpedoes.
Getting off that ship was
Whoa.
their duty.
We gotta move it now.
These will give us the push we need.
Those are explosives.
We'll ride the blast right out of here.
Oh boy. We're
All
gonna
set.
Indiana Jones this shit.
I'll
aren't we?
set the containment field to deactivate.
We're totally Indiana Jones
Then
in
run
this shit.
back. We can detonate by remote.
We'll need to seal the doors from inside the container once we do.
Before all the air sucks out of the cargo bay.
All right, boys and girls. It's time.
Just a few more moments.
Hurry!
The shitty thing is that's going to eat up a lot
What
of
are they
oxygen.
doing in there?
Oh, that's really bad. They're all about to die.
Please, help me.
No. The Takan get what they deserve.
Don't leave me to die.
I don't know. Can we really leave her?
She can figure her own way out of this.
This ship has no weapons. Sidron's going to ram it into your Federation ship. Please, Amenta.
Oh,
It's not her.
no. I know it's not.
Carter, we have to seal the doors.
Don't leave me.
Get this lifeboat off the ship before it can crash into the Resolute.
Nope.
We're going.
Etzelar to Resolute.
I have the away team.
Go ahead.
We're about
They didn't like that. And respected his decision. She did not like it. Okay.
exit.
We see the cargo bay containment field is deactivated.
You'll get over
that
it.
tractor beam ready.
Zeldy's coming about.
They're going to charge the Resolute.
A direct collision would be catastrophic.
So move.
We can't wait any longer. We have to fire.
Captain, they're almost out of there.
We need to act fast.
Hold all fire! Get out of there, Petty Officer. Do it now!
You heard her.
Done!
Ready?
Detonate!
They did their duty. We can give them a few more seconds.
We're out.
I have them on sensors. Tractor beam activating.
Locked on and ready to fire.
They live.
Fire!
Cheers, bitches. Yes, to drink blood wine over the corpses of one's enemies. What a day this is. Like I said, they did their duty. And did it well. The least we could do is give them a few more seconds.
Tractor beams locked on. We have them. They'll be pulled into the docking bay shortly.
There's something else. I tracked a transporter signal to the planetoid moments before the Zeldi detonated.
Sidron.
Yep.
There's a Takon structure there. It's the reason they were here. It's the reason we are here.
Ah.
Now.
I have to see it for myself. We'll go there together.
I had assumed as much.
Is this the Takon arsenal Galvin was after?
Legend says this region once held the sacred mysteries of the Takon Empire. Our greatest treasure.
Why is it a legend?
Most fearsome technology.
Is it like one of those like Area 51 type things? You know what I mean? That's how you do it. Legend says this Area 51 contained alien technology. I'm assuming that's why it's a legend, right? It's kind of like that thing.
I want a full
for all,
security
hell
detail. Westbrook, Redrosian, you're with me. Mr. Ermont, you have the con.
Wait. You're not the first officer anymore. The captain is supposed to stay with the ship. I'm surprised Lieutenant Bedrosian didn't raise that first.
I thought Captain Rydek knew what she was doing.
You're right. But this is too important for me to sit out. You'll just have to make sure nothing happens to me down there.
Of course, Captain.
We'll deal with the first officer vacancy when we return. Until then, Mr. Ermont?
Yes, Captain.
Fair enough. He is right. Sometimes.
Any sign of Sidron?
We just started a new chapter. And that, unfortunately, means I'm going to have to call it there. I don't know how much longer we got. It feels like we're getting real close, but I unfortunately have to go. I have to go do things today, and I have things I need to go do. Yes, let's just. So thank you guys for being here. Very much appreciate it. Camera Nightly Cat, Agabab, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Y'all being here. It's been a fun stream. I am absolutely loving this game. I hope there's like another 50 hours of this shit. I would absolutely love it. I know there's not, but hopefully we get a good conclusion. Like I said, that fight was so well done. There's not much else to say other than it was amazing. This seems like a really interesting game. Yes, it's an action adventure, Telltale style game, and it's amazing. That's all I can keep saying is that I love Star Trek, and this makes me feel like I'm in Star Trek. It doesn't make me feel like I'm playing a Star Trek game. It makes me feel like I'm in Star Trek. That's what it makes me feel like. And every time I'm actually like doing the stuff and making the decisions, it really does feel like that. Even though I can pause it and talk to you guys, and I know I'm in a video game, it brings me so much childlike joy. And it's so rare that Star Trek games can actually do this specifically. And I think it's because it's the action adventure game style of doing it. So, my dudes, my bros, my homies, been a pleasure. Been an honor. I'll see you guys next time. Peace out, bros.